Hey everybody on YouTube. Today I thought I'd do another vintage video repair, part 2 to the Akai Vt-300, which is a very unique cassette format, which came out around the same time as the Sanyo VTC-7100, which was the 8-track type of cassette. This is another one, those bizarre type of machines that you just... This is another one of those very bizarre machines. Basically, it's got a cassette that looks like it's Betamax, but it's not. It's very unusual. It's a 30-minute cassette, and this is an Akai. Comes with a little television to the side. You use to hook it up to a black and white camera, just like the other unit, the Sanyo unit. This is indigenous to itself, and you must have this particular machine to actually transfer these tapes. Well, I just got done replacing a bunch of capacitors in this unit. Fixed a couple springs. I changed out the belt. The capacitors weren't letting the tape load and engage. These capacitors dry up pretty fast on these units after 20 or 30 years, and this usually is a common problem on these. But the only thing I got to do now, as you can see, it plays back the tape on the monitor and everything else such as that, but the only problem is there's no outputs for actually doing transfers. So just like on the Sanyo VT-7100, I have to make a special cord for it. But in this case, I'm not going to make an actual cord because it has the attachment monitor on it. Here is the plug that they used to use for troubleshooting the machine. Well, the wires that run from this plug also run into the side to this monitor for the video and audio. I'm going to make some connections to this to get video and audio. I've already mounted the actual connectors I'm going to use, which are BNCs on the back. See those BNCs? I custom put those in on the back permanently, so I could just screw into the BNC audio and video, and voila, be able to capture from this tape to a computer or whatever the deal is. You basically got to figure it out from this point. I don't have a schematic for this unit. Try to find one. It's kind of hard to find, but shouldn't be a big deal. Once I troubleshoot this with a scope or just tracing it back, I'll be able to figure out which one's the video, which one's the audio outputs, and we'll be able to connect from this connector to those connectors and bridge them. So I'll have permanent video in the back of this unit to plug into. So it should make this thing user-friendly for making copies or video transfers from this unit to actual, transfer it off to whatever I want to capture to or whatever. These are very unusual units because they're very indigenous to themselves, but they were designed for recording from the camera to the tape to the TV. They were never designed for doing any transfers to other video formats because these were very early video formats. They didn't have connections where, okay, like a Betamax, you'd make a copy from the Betamax to a VHS. This is earlier than all that stuff. So they basically made it indigenous from the tape, from the camera to the tape to the monitor, just for video playback, and basically plug it into another television monitor, but was never designed to actually make a copy from one tape format to something else. It wasn't designed to do that. So I'm making my own custom plug, which is going to come from this test plug here and connect to the BNCs I made permanently on the back, so I'll be able to make easy connections to this thing when I'm ready to use it for video transfers with people who have these tapes. So if you guys have any vintage transfers you want me to do, the Akai VT-300s or the Sanyo VTC-7100s, I deal with a lot of video, a lot of obsolete stuff. I do a lot of custom work for my equipment to make it user-friendly so I can make quick copies for people who may have these really early vintage video formats. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.